Howdy, Possum Patty here, and it's gingerbread journal time, so come on along. Well, today we put up the tree, and that gave me an idea of what to add to my journal, because I have a lot of very old ornaments, and my tree is very eclectic. It's not like one style or another, and like I said, I've been collecting ornaments for a long time, and every year I take them out and put them up. I've never changed that procedure, never went with like a theme, so it's just a whole bunch of different kinds of ornaments, which I guess does work in the long run. So I got the idea that I should, like, maybe every day take a picture of one of the ornaments and then write my memory of it and add that to the journal. And then my sister sent me this cartoon in a text message, why Santa has reindeer instead of cats. And you can see one scratching on the North Pole, in the toy bag, scratching the toy bag, under the sleigh, on top of Santa's back, and one that's gone over the hill. All you see is a little tail over there. Isn't that cute? And most of all my sisters have cats. And my son has cats, and there's just a lot of cats in the family. So I thought, well, maybe I can do something like the 12 catastrophes of Christmas, and put this cartoon in and put in some funny family photos of cats, you know, with Christmas themes. So besides just jotting down what I did that day very quickly, because I like to visual journal, I think I will do something with the ornaments and something with the cats, and who knows what else I'll come up with. So first of all, these numbers are quite large for this page, which it may work in some spots if I can use it like a tuck or something. Or I can take my hole punch and center that in there as best I could. Doesn't have to be perfect. And punch that out. And I like that. I like that. Trim the tree. Trim the tree. All right, I'm going to look for something that has to do with trimming the tree and put on this page. Okay, for me it's a challenge to work on what I think is a small page. To me this is a mini page. But I bought this at Hobby Lobby, and I love these old trucks with the Christmas trees. And I'm thinking about putting a truck on here and the number 2, and journaling about trimming the tree. Although I need something to write on. Something like this. Or something like this. Okay, let me cut these up and I'll be right back. Don't go away. I have to remember to check the camera, because I've noticed a few times lately that I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So it seems like if there's some gaps in my videos, which are probably too long anyway, that's because I missed out on some stuff. So I'm going to layer this black plaid, which I went around the edge with this Ranger ink. And I did the same thing with the truck that I cut off the paper. I'm going to layer that with this. Is from one of the Michaels paper packs, and I went around green on this one. So I'm using the plaid to tie together the truck and the journaling card. This is going to be the journaling card. And then the 2 for December 2nd, I'm going to put up here. But now that doesn't stand out so well. All right, I can put it here. Oh, look how much better that looks. Okay. Something like that. I'm just going to write trim the tree. And then maybe I'll do an ornament on this page because this is a branch with little ornaments hanging from it. That'll go nice. And then maybe I'll do a cat page. I'm going to use some of this Dollar Tree tulle. I just cut 2 circles out. Put under the number 2. Now I didn't mention this, but I did do it for the number 1. I used the red tool. I just put it underneath. And so I'm going to use the green tool because you know you got it, you got to use it. Why let it sit in the bucket? I'm going to put that right up there in the corner. And then I'm going to put the truck on top. When my son was little, we always, you know, went out and bought real trees. I don't remember when I started buying the artificial ones. But Mr. Possum says that if I'm an environmentalist, that I shouldn't waste a perfectly good tree to have in a house for 10 days and then throw it out. But I'm also a conservationist, and trees are a renewable resource. Okay, gonna get some glue. I love the smell of the real trees, and when I first started using the artificial ones, I still went out and bought like a garland made out of real pine. Just to get that nice scent in the house. Of course, the cats really like the real trees, and they want to climb up inside all the time. I have to laugh because my artificial tree is a few years old. I don't know how many, but it sheds. Okay, I like to overlap, so I want the truck touching that and overlapping on the black and white. That's why I got this up there in the corner like that. Trim the tree. That's what we did today. Well, I think I'm going to use my Beebeecraft tag dies as a background for my photo. And the first photo that I'm working on is I think the oldest ornament on the tree. I'll have to go back and look. But this is just a styrofoam ball, and you take the pins with the little pearl head and you push it through a sequin, and you just go round and round and round, and then you make a little teardrop at the bottom, and you add a piece of ribbon at the top. And I was making these ornaments. I have a few. I think I have a bell shape one and maybe a stocking one. In, I would say, the late 1960s. This was a popular thing. You bought them in like a kit. So let me see. So it's 30, 50, 1, 2, 3, about 53 years old maybe, this ornament. and I still hang it on the tree every year. So I like this die with the wiggly edge. I got them all taped together here as a set. Get this off. I had gotten these Beebeecraft dies to do some product reviews. Look at that, how perfect that is. And I just remembered that I also have trees, which I can add a tree. And I have also some Christmas tree shapes down at the bottom of the pile, which are fun. I could put a Christmas tree shape on here. All right, let me go over to my Big Shot and work on something to put in my journal. The problem is with this journal with the pokey roof, I gotta be careful because I hit the camera stand. I gotta be careful how I maneuver here. All right, so I'm gonna go make a tag for my ornament, and then I'll write on the back when it's from, and then maybe I can make a little tree to add to somewhere, and we shall see about that. The first tag is done. I just put the picture of the ornament on the back. I made several of these from kits in the late 1960s. And I just tucked it up in here. This is the envelope from yesterday's journaling. That was from Wanda. And I did cut out 3 trees. This is the Beebeecraft die. I love these trees. And not only do you get these really cool trees, you also get an outline of a tree with the same cut. So you can mix them up, use both, whatever. But I put all 3 on here. Love these, love these. And now I'm working on a card for this tuck. And I thought maybe I would put a memory. And this is my son's first Christmas tree. So I did use the Beebeecraft die cut. I love these tags with the scalloped edges. And now I am just going to glue this to, maybe this Christmas tree, and tuck it in here like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Well, this is funny. So I'm gluing this to the back of the tag. I love this with the Christmas trees, with the snow, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I still have that ornament. So this picture was taken like 40 years ago, 41 years ago, and I do have that ornament. So I'm going to save this picture for another page with a picture of that ornament and talk about that ornament. So I grabbed another Christmas picture, and this is from the early 70s, I would say, by the Braids and Mom. And then I noticed this angel up here, and I'm like, I want to do the angels on another page. So I put that aside, and then I found this picture, which was probably from the 1980s also, and I used the tag cutter and cut it out. So I think I'm going to put this one, because one of my favorite memories as a child is the little light up village that went under the tree. And this one is not the really old ones. This is probably plastic, but the really old ones, I don't know what they were made out of. Kind of like a cardboard, chipboard, plaster kind of thing. And I really love those old-fashioned houses. Sometimes you can see them at flea markets or antique stores, or really old ones. So I'm just going to put this, because that has to do with Christmas trees, under the Christmas tree. And maybe I will journal on this side. Cat's knocking at the door. Okay, I'm working on my catastrophe page, because I don't know if I'm going to do any more to these two pages. So I have a few old Christmas cards that do have pretty kitties on them. This one was the front and the back of a cat. And I added this polka dotted paper. This was already here. So I think I'm just going to make a sort of like a little tuck here. Make a little journaling card. And I'm going to use this picture of my cat Titi playing in the tissue paper. Now these are all the tissue papers that I use to wrap the ornaments when I put them away. So I save the old tissue papers, you know, when you open up a gift, and I put them in the tub, and then when I put the Christmas tree away, I wrap them all up. And she does this every year. Sorry about the glare. Sun's coming around the corner here of the house. And she loves to play in the tissue paper. So I am going to put this on something probably, and put that in the tuck there, but I think this kitty's so sweet. So I'm going to make a little kitty tuck right there. And then make a journaling card, I guess. So cat's in my chair. Gotta move her out of the way. She's in a mood today. She is chewing on the Christmas tree. But you know what? So far the cats have not knocked anything off the tree. So knock on wood. See how many days it is before they go over to the tree and start knocking things off. So what I did was I tried to put the most breakable ornaments towards the top, and then ornaments that will not break towards the bottom. I put a couple layers of paper on this side. Just kind of frame her in there. This side I did my journaling, catastrophe number 1. Titi playing in the tissue paper used to wrap the Christmas tree ornaments. I put the number 1, I cut the tag a little bit. Again, using my hole puncher. And this is going to go into that little tuck there I made with the kitty Christmas card, which should be dry by now. Take the clips off. But my heart is telling me that I want to put a piece of ribbon there and some glitter on the bow. Maybe even the ornament. This might still be a little wet. So I'm going to find some ribbon and some glitter because I want to do that. Okay, I have green pom-poms from the Dollar Tree. Wouldn't that be cute? Or I have sparkly ribbon, but it's kind of wide. Or I have very thin green ribbon. I kind of like the thin one because it sort of matches that bow right there. I will save my pom-poms for another page, and I will glue down this very thin ribbon and put some glitter, and I'll be right back because then I'll be almost done. Oh, you know what? Once I put the glitter down, I'm not going to be able to turn the page back. So I might go ahead and take a picture of these two pages. December 2nd, trimming the tree. Pictures of the ornament. I got that done. And because there were 2 tucks, I put this down, a little village. I don't have this anymore, but I might buy one because I really love it. Got my die cuts from the Beebeecraft there. And I will link a coupon below because they gave me a coupon here, so I'm going to put that below. So I like these 2 pages. I'm going to take a picture and then I'll come back and do my glitter gluing. Okay, I have to let this dry. Put some of this Dollar Tree red and Dollar Tree green Crafter Square glitter glue on my kitty. And I did put a little bit on that ribbon over there. And I'm going to thank you for coming along today. And I have to let this whole thing dry. And I just want to wish everybody Merry December daily journaling. Bye-bye.